everybody, Jessie here from jessiebanks.com and welcome back to another video. So for today, holy, I have for you a video for Power Poppy stamps. I am using the Cherries from the digital stamp Cherries and Berries. Love this stamp. The sentiment comes from the same set, so I'm just starting by outlining the image with B93, and then I do it again with B91 and 0. I've sped this section up quite a bit. I think it's 5 times the original speed. I'm doing it very, very messily. It's just to give it a little bit of a drop shadow on the background when you finish. I personally enjoy the look, so I went with it. And yeah, another Monday post. I didn't post last month. I got caught up and lost track of my weeks, and it just didn't work out. I felt bad for missing it, but I'm back now. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm using Copics. I've been using a lot of watercolors with my florals lately, so coming back into my markers for these is super fun. And I love this cherry image. If you guys didn't check out the blog hop because Marcella got married, congratulations. That's awesome. A bunch of us from the Bloom Grade and the Instant Gardeners did cards for them and did a big blog hop for them. So if you guys missed those, definitely pop on over to the Power Poppy blog if you're watching on my YouTube channel, or scroll down to find it if you are on the blog and see what everybody made. The cards were absolutely phenomenal. So we're getting into the stems and the stems for the cherries, and I'm going to use my E89, 87, 84, and 81 series of markers. They're more on the green side of the brown family, which I really like because it looks alive, but it's not too bright green like a leaf or anything of that nature. So we're going to go in and do our shading with those. I have sped this entire video, the rest of this video, up to 3 times the original speed. Just because it's all very basic this far, and I didn't think you guys wanted to sit and watch me color stems for 15 minutes, you know. Not on a list of things to do. So we're just going to go in and slowly blend all of that together. I did I don't normally do this. I don't know why I did this for a change. I pulled all of the colors I was going to use for this card before I even started coloring it. I usually pull colors by section. Like if I'm doing the leaf, I'll pull all the colors for the leaves, and then I'll decide what colors I'm going to use for the cherries. I'm not sure why I pulled everything at once. It was different. I don't know. Random thought. Sorry. At the bottom of the card, when I push it up, or when you see the picture of it at the end, my printer had been on too long, and when it's on too long, sometimes it prints like black bars. And I didn't want to get rid of it and have to reprint it and redo everything. It just means that I have to turn my printer off and on, in case you were wondering, but that's why those 2 black bars are on either side of the sentiment, but they were pretty much balanced and even, so I decided to leave them and just color it and pretend like they were supposed to be part of it, because I didn't have time to start over again. So going on to our leaves, I'm using my favorite color combination, especially now that it's fall here in Saskatchewan. The leaves are all starting to turn yellow, and the bright, vivid green is starting to go away, and everything's kind of fading, and there's red leaves, and it's fall. It's absolutely beautiful out here on the prairies, but I really enjoy these colors for leaves all year long, but they really do kind of lean towards the fall time when the leaves are starting to change, and not everything's so bright and vivid and deep and rich green. It's more yellowy and starting to die and go to sleep and get ready for winter. That's a bad word in my world. Anyway, so I'm just adding that yellow in and then reinforcing my darkest color just so I get lots of contrast between them. I find that as I'm blending them out, my dark shadows and my darkest colors kind of lose their emphasis, so I like to go back and add them in. So now I'm going to work on the cherries, and I'm starting here with the RV63, and I'm just going to color everything in. I wanted a little bit of a purple undertone to it. You don't even really notice it in the end, but if I was to color them without it, you would see a slight difference. It doesn't really matter, and you don't really have to do it. I just did because I wanted that little bit of a purpley undertone to everything. So we're just scribbling it all on and filling them all in. I'm not worried about blending or marker lines or anything of that nature. I'm just putting that color on the paper. Then I'm going to go in with my RV69 as my darkest shadow. And I'm going to do these in 2 clumps. So I'm going to block in this bottom clump first and do it, and then I'll do the top clump after. So we're just going to add our darkest shadow in with these, and then we'll slowly blend everything out. so that we get a nice rich red for our cherries. I probably could have left them a little more on the purpley side than I did, but they're bright red and they're pretty. So next up is R89. So I print all of my images off of a laser printer. I have an HP, I think it's a CP 1025 or something like that, NW color. Oh, it was like $100 printer, laser printer I bought at Staples, and I use off-branded cartridges in them when I run out of toner, so that I don't use an inkjet printer is what I'm getting at, so that my markers don't pick up the ink and I don't ruin my nibs or anything of that nature. And I printed on Copic Express It blending card. Lots of people color on Nina or Georgia Pacific or anything like that, and I don't like those papers, but I personally think it's because I started coloring on the Express It paper, and that's what I learned on. I have this belief when it comes to things that the paper that you're going to use is the paper that you should practice on, because all of these papers are different. I use Nina once in a while when I'm blending distress inks and things in with my Copics, and I find that it soaks up a lot more ink. But if I was to have learned how to color on that paper as opposed to this, I would probably love it. So pick a paper that you can get your hands on, that's in your price point and things of that nature, and learn how to color on that paper and just stick to it. And it'll be a lot easier for you than jumping back and forth to tons of different paper, because all of these different kinds of paper have different finishes and have they soak up a different amount of ink out of your markers and things of that nature. So definitely pick one, and that's what you should learn on and practice with. And I'm not saying the cheaper paper is bad or the more expensive paper is better or anything of that nature. At the end of the day, the paper that you use should be the paper that you can get all the time to color on, so that you're not switching back and forth, and you can teach yourself how this paper reacts to whatever medium it is you are choosing to use. So we're just going to do the same thing now on these other cherries, going through the same colors. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you got a little bit of inspiration out of me. I will be back again next month, and I'm kind of on a floral kick, so I'm sure I will sneak in a couple more videos for these coming up. I mean, I'm getting back into the swing of things. 2 videos in a row. Yeah, baby. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Definitely, if you enjoyed these cherries, give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love for you to subscribe. Tell a friend, leave me a comment. All of those things help me so much. And I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye for now.